Hello and welcome back. This video we're going to cover some reckless speculation over the upcoming update in Watopia. I believe tour or stage 5 of Tour of Watopia, which Tour of Watopia started today. So a few weeks from now we are going to get this expansion. You can see from, I believe it was Eric Min and DC Remaker, I believe. The interview said that it's going to kind of be a live event when this happens, and part of the expansion is already coming up, so I'll get into my reckless speculation later on. But this is a community race, Seaside Sprint, so I think it's 3 laps. You know, this area of Watopia has been heavily raced, so most people do know the spots to where, you know, potential breaks and the power is going to have to be on. Now I'm in the top race group, so I know just by recognizing some of these names that these guys are pretty serious. And as you can see, my chat will pop up through the bottom and they'll be saying, you know, some guys got certain powers and whatnot. So like this spot right here, right here, this dip is always, no matter when or what race you're doing, is an attack spot. Like, you always put power down there no matter what. And you see I chased this Canadian, I'm not even going to say it, Couillard. I chased him and they come back eventually, but you know, you never know. And I know they were in there talking about the heart rate monitors, and who knows. That aspect of the Zwift racing is kind of frustrating. I don't dig into this too much. Someone will have a heart rate, someone doesn't have, whatever, no big deal. Let it just go. Just race, get your workout in. And that's one thing that I am in a favor of this race score, because I'm racing with guys that are much better than me, and it's pushing me to be better. Like, I am going way above what I thought I could do chasing some of these attacks. And you can see here, like, I want to be in the front. I want to win. Like, that's the point. But knowing that, I'm going to have to do a lot of work. So my goal is to be in the front group. And you can see as this plays out, it's going to be interesting. So basically, you've got the bump coming into the sprint. That pretty steep kicker is, I think it's 7, 8, 9%. There coming into the volcano, and then here leaving this little tube. Now I know Daly, I recognize his name, so I'm like, I'm going to stay with him. Everyone else comes with me. That attack was neutralized. But you can see each one of these red spikes, it's taken a match away from me. But that's alright. The point of this is I want to get better. So whether you're in the 0 to 300 category or a group, 295 or whatever the next is, 300 to 450, 450, 525, and then was it 520 to 690 or something? Wherever you fall on that, you're racing. And I like it because you are being put with people similar category. You may not feel at the moment, but if you push yourself, you're going to get better. And that's the ultimate goal of this. Or at least I think it's the ultimate goal, improving yourself. Now, we've been zooming through this because outside of some attacks here, it's not too exciting. But that being said, I'm going to slow it down here, and we're going to talk about the reckless speculation. Now, you see right here these structures popping up out of the ground, these big mammoth, I guess, I'm trying to think. They look like a claw. They look like a stone hand coming out of the ground. Almost like if anyone played Fortnite and they had the mech and that monster in the island. That's what it reminds me of, coming out of the ground. And supposedly this is supposed to be a live event. And I didn't look it up, so that's my fault. But I do remember in an interview somewhere they said it's going to happen in real time, which I would be blown away if that actually happens. But hey, Zwift may surprise us. So here, this is where the location of this is in game right now, and I assume everyone will have this on all platforms, because I've seen it for a few days now, maybe a few weeks. So I assume all platforms and all versions will have this. And this is on the, I guess it'll be epic side of the volcano. So it's relatively easy to see if you're riding in this direction or even riding around the volcano. I'm sure you can see it from downtown as well, because that's one good thing about Zwift. You can kind of see everywhere you're going. The Watopia, at least, you always, you may see the Alp, the Epic, whatever it may be. You can kind of see around the map. It is kind of nice. So I just wanted to slow that down so you guys can see it. And here in a second, I'm going to pull up where I posted in our show Discord, the Spincast cycling show on September 8th, my reckless speculation. So here in a second, we'll pull it up and I'll kind of show you what I feel we're getting. And I do think it's a velodrome. And I'll go through the process here and you'll see why I do think it's a velodrome. All right. So you can see here on February, we had this leaked image of the velodrome from Eric Min. This was leaked, and this is in position over next to where you come off the Epic by the bridge. And the teaser photo faces that exact direction. And these claws are coming up out of the ground. And specifically, we are facing this direction. So my feeling is that we're getting a velodrome, and it's going to be elevated. If I scroll down here, I may not scroll down, I can't remember, but it's going to be elevated because you could see in the Eric Min teaser image that it's an elevated picture. So because it's an elevated picture, my assumption is it's coming up out of the ground is going to be some sort of ramp. It's going to climb up to the velodrome. And now this is 500 meter velodrome, and I think at 10 meters of climbing of a 4% kicker. I am not sure if this is going to be what people wanted. I'm not going to be sure if everyone clamoring for a velodrome is, I don't know if it's going to work. I've rode the velodrome in Indy Velo a lot. And if you're not doing a points race or elimination race, it's not that fun. You're just riding in loops. That's my opinion. But you can see I drew a Microsoft Paint picture of my assumption what you're going to do. You're going to climb up the thing sticking out of the ground to the velodrome that's elevated in the sky. So that's what I feel is coming. This is what I feel it's going to be, the new update. We're going to get a little climb up to a velodrome and ride around in circles. So we'll see here in a few weeks at the end of the Tour of Watopia. And another thing, I hope you guys are on board with me on this. The phased updates, when you get new roads or a CDA change, absolutely insane. Like, it should be everyone all at once, and when it's that big of a deal, new roads or CDA change that affects the game, you have to include it for everyone all at once. All right. And in this, we kind of did the same thing. We semi-attacked each other. Nothing really happened. We stuck together. So we got 2.5K to go. And going into this, I know the last, every time we hit that kicker before the sprint, I go over the front, I go over the top, and I'll show you why once we get up here. I'll slow it down, I'll talk you through it, because I'm using the draft, simply the draft. All right, now we can't get too many people away, but up here, I want to stay back. I want to have some draft to go through people. So there's a couple rollers here, and I'm not too concerned because no one's sprinting yet. No one is like going full in. Now he is going up the road, but I'm not necessarily worried, because this point right here, once you get over this little false flat, then this drop. So we're already moving at 48 kilometers an hour. I pick up the power. So on the downhill, I'm picking up speed, and now I'm sprinting coming into this. And these people on this climb, they are reacting to me because I'm going by them. And I use my power up here to hopefully use the arrow to keep going. Now I kind of run on steam. Like I am gassed. Like my insides feel like they're dying. But you can see here, Hall comes along, and then Tex, and the others. At this point, I'm like, you know, I don't have anything left. That was my effort. So now it's just like, I just can't get beat by the guys behind me. So I made my move. I was hoping to get off the front. No one would come with me. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But hey, when you're racing guys that are over 1 watt per kilogram higher than you, power-wise, these are the things you got to settle for. I didn't win. I was in the race, and I'm very happy with that. You can see, you know, 4.6. Now, granted, the power was the same. So on the flat course like this, you know, my fluffy butt stands a chance. But it was spicy. Like I had to do some work to keep, you know, to stay in that group. But that's fun. These type of efforts, you know, it will help me improve in the long run. So I enjoy this, but it's a good little race. Pretty quick. But my reckless speculation, Velodrome is coming to Zwift. That's my speculation on what they're bringing, going off the teaser photo and Eric Min leaked photo, and I think it was he accidentally uploaded to Strava. I think that's where it come from, if I remember correctly. But I appreciate it. You guys have a good evening. Oh, let me know what you think. Is the Velodrome coming? And what's your thoughts on race score? Because I dig it. I'm not sure everyone else will. Let me know. Thank you.